Hi, I'm Nate Ray, and we're going to plant the Front Church in the south part of the Salt Lake Valley. 85% of the population of Utah lives within 15 miles of the Wasatch Front. And the Wasatch Front is the mountain range that is just east of us right now. It runs all the way north to Idaho, runs all the way south of Utah County. And we have a heart to reach Utah with the gospel of Jesus. A couple things that might surprise people about Utah. One is that Utah is one of the nation's leaders in porn consumption. Utah is one of the nation's leaders in rates of depression. Utah is one of the nation's leaders in plastic surgery. And Utah is the nation's leader in rates of teen suicide. And there's just, I think that these are problems, but really what these indicate these are symptoms of a larger problem. And the larger issue here is that Utah is a very performance-oriented culture. It's a culture where you want to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's a culture that values radical independence. And because it's very performance-oriented, pull yourself up by your bootstraps type of culture, it's hard for people to let people know what's really going on in here. The dark stuff, the stuff you're embarrassed about, the stuff you're ashamed about. And what Utah needs is a burden-lifting church, a church that reminds people that Jesus' yoke is easy and his burden is light, a church that invites people because of the cross of Jesus to be radically honest about the stuff going on in here, because we can. We're free to be radically honest when things aren't okay. We're free to be people who don't always have smiles on our faces or pretend like everything's okay, because sometimes things are not, and the cross frees us to be a people that is confessional and honest one another and truthful with one another and real with one another. And that's something that people desperately need in Utah. And so we want to plant the Front Church to be a burden-lifting church for the people of Utah, and specifically for the people in the south part of the Salt Lake Valley.